What's up, man? What's up, man? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. It's not working for some reason. It's not working for some reason.
You guys hear me now? Some reason you hear me now? Yeah, okay. That's good. Yeah, good. All right, let's try that again. You guys, yeah, okay. All right, you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Must have had my mic on mute. Didn't notice it. But hey, man, how are you? Guys
Good. How
don't know
are you?
this guy I talked to on the social medias and all that. He's a buddy of mine. He's also like with Dex from I Am Dex TV. And this is you're the second person other than him to join my live stream. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Buddy of mine. He's also like with Dex from I Am Dex TV. Yeah,
I'm
hearing
gonna turn
myself.
the TV down so I don't hear both of us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I'm hearing my echo. It's like, well, do I really sound like that?
All right. So what do you want to talk about? I'm in the room with half of my collection.
Okay, well, like you're seeing right now, I've just like I was talking on my live stream. This I already got my belt number 39 right here.
Number 39.
Yeah, I got plenty of belts. Have you seen from my channel? They're all over the room, all around.
I'm at
And
15.
15. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like most people, I've heard that like there's people on YouTube like Wick who also has like $100,000 worth of replica belts in that. But to
Exactly.
me, it's kind of a mixture between replicas and like a belt like this. Technically, they like to say they're bootlegs, but as much as I hate to say they're bootlegs, even though they are,
Right.
they're better than any WWE replica because WWE shop don't even have a belt like this.
No. Well, my collection isn't as broad yet because I'm doing all HD. So it takes time when they're each up to $1,700 a piece. So
Oh, well, that's the thing for me is like when I want to get a belt, that's why I mean I wouldn't mind trying if I ever had enough money to like to drop like that amount on like
right,
CNC or HD belts. I wouldn't mind doing that. But then again, for me, getting a replica belt and then getting money to have it re-leathered and the ability to restone it myself like this one.
right,
I mean, this thing only took me about only a couple $100 to make. I mean, to do alongside from getting the replica. But that alone would only be about like $600-700 worth compared to
Right.
1,700 you could get from an actual belt maker.
Well, I got one here. You see this case? Can you see right here?
Oh yeah, it's
This
it's the
is,
WWF Winged Eagle.
yep, that's JSA certified. Bret Hart signed it. This is a Nawaz SD. It's the only SD belt I have, but I
Wow,
bought it because it's autographed.
wow.
And he wrote, "The best there is, was, never will be" on it.
I mean, I wish I would have met Bret Hart. Maybe have him sign my Winged Eagle that I got from like like mock leather or mock belts, because this one I got from mock belts,
Right.
and it's not good leather. I mean, low quality leather, but the best quality plates. I'll give you that. Better than WWE shop, because I prefer getting belts that are as close to TV accurate as possible. That's why I hate to get a replica for WWE shop, because they don't have WWF logos anymore.
Right.
But I got mine signed by Sergeant Slaughter and Daddy Cool Diesel.
Oh, nice.
I mean, because there's other people I wished I could have met as well. And I put a one piece belt tip on this one as well. I mean, if there was anyone I wouldn't mean meeting to have that Winged Eagle sign, another option could have been like maybe Stone Cold. Bret Hart's another one. Um, Shawn Michaels or even Undertaker.
Now I have an autographed Shawn Michaels belt. Here, I'll show you. Start at the bottom. Here's the case, the expensive case. Can you see all of them?
Yeah, you got more than just one Winged Eagle. I see a whole bunch of them. Man.
Here's the Shawn Michaels autographed belt, the white one. It's
Oh,
autographed on the.
the network logo, Wing Intercontinental.
Yep.
Yeah, because I got that one up on my wall.
Here's what the belts I just got recently. Here's the HD Classic Shields European on green. Remember the one you thought was darker?
Yeah, because you see, I got my European rep behind me. My
So there's
green, because for me, it's like the lighting or that. Like for me,
yeah.
when I have mine up against the wall, you can clearly see it's green, but like in a case in that, it's really black. And I'm like, that must have been like real. I mean, because then again, the original one, I think it was really dark green. And I like that the pre-Brasso red logo IC. I mean, I
It
wouldn't
just
mind getting
came
one
in
of those.
yesterday. This one
Yeah.
just came in yesterday. It's Ali Anas HD on Colin Cook leather. It's,
Ah,
it's
real
all
nice.
re-leather.
I'm
Then we
surprised.
go
Like,
up,
you ever think about trying to get one or make that one look like the when Randy Savage had it, put Brasso on
right.
it?
This is a Orm HD all gold winged eagle. ORM.
Because I was saying, by the look of it, from the like with the camera in that, I almost thought it was a dual plated one.
Well, I'll show you the difference. So that's the all gold,
Yeah.
and then I'll show you
To me,
the
like
others.
me as a collector, I'm like literally a novice. Now
There's your
that
there's your
the
dual.
yeah, because that's the thing for me. Like I was like for me when I get belts, sometimes the plate, like the paint, is a little off. Like my Winged Eagle, I thought the blue was just dark. I was trying to light up, but then I've seen
That's
several belts,
right. Yeah,
and I'm thinking like this is like nah, this one's okay.
that's
I'll
a
leave the
classic
blue as it is.
Shields HD.
Yeah.
And then we got the dual plated classic tag.
Oh yeah, I got that one too.
This is a Orm HD on Daniel Ripley leather.
Oh, I heard of Dan Ripley. I
He's one of
almost
the best.
I tried to hit him up before to get send out like a send out leather strap.
Yeah, he's one of the best. He's expensive, but well worth it.
Like for me, like I contacted people before, like Richard Simpson. I mean, I didn't get him for restoning, but I got him for my custom Daniel Meat disc. If you see him on my channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay,
here's
I
the
had
next
him
one. It's
as
the
maybe-
classic HD classic shields.
yeah.
That's with
Now,
the
that's
dark
the thing I
blue.
love about when it comes to like belts, like that classic Intercontinental, because I made two of them.
I got it right next to the green. Yep.
Yeah, because I made two of those classic Intercontinentals for fans.
Right.
One I gave to Jordan, and one I gave to Mud Nations. I wish I should have kept one for myself when I made it, but yeah,
Here's
my
the Holy
brother.
Grail belt. This is the UFC V3 with blue stones on
Yeah,
Daniel Ripley leather. and
As
it's
I'm giving my
restone,
brother a V2 replica of UFC belt, and I've been restoning it personally myself.
right?
And I was thinking like he always wants that new legacy belt, but I'm like thinking, man, that's like $800, man.
Oh, I don't like the new UFC belts. They're ugly. They look
I
like
mean,
big stop signs. And then up here's
yeah,
the AEW tag belt with the snake skin. I'm sure you can see that.
yeah.
The official one.
I was wondering when am I ever gonna think about getting an AEW belt because I haven't got one yet.
This is
I
the
started
best one.
watching. I've started watching AEW, and I'm thinking they got some good belts, and I wouldn't mind trying to collect them. But most of
And
my
then,
collection was started from WCW and ECW. What's
yeah,
on with WWE as well? That's a good. Is that a Groovy G?
that's the Fandu Lux all gold Batista
Yeah.
nameplate.
Oh, I say the Fan Deluxe. It does look great, but I've seen other people talk about them, like Stephen Hammer. He talks about like Groovy G and all these others.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not my favorite belt, so I wasn't gonna put a ton of money into buying one.
yeah,
But so that's that case right there. That's a moving to. I got two more belts. I need the big eagle block logo. I'm missing that, and I'm gonna put that down here.
yeah. Well,
And then
because
I think I got the
I got the Big Eagle scratch logo, the white scratch logo. So basically, the
right,
one near the end of the Attitude Era. It's still, I mean, doesn't matter. Like for people's big collections, like for true collectors, you gotta
right,
have a big gold, and you gotta have at least a Big Eagle.
right. And then these I got on a trade.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I wouldn't mind trying to collect like those custom side plates, but for me,
Yeah,
I prefer my own like custom. Like I don't know what it is. Like certain people, oh, they want the disc for a certain wrestler that held the title. Like for me, I'm a guy that looks more like to want to collect belts and have them be known as my property. So I go out and get custom side plates or even name plates for my belts, like you've seen on my like belts I show on my channel. How I have the custom side disc. And I actually and there, I used to think about going to Richard Simpson most times for those, but then it's like
yeah.
$250 for a side disc.
You remember these
Well, those
guys?
are terrific. Old school right there, wrestling buddies.
Yeah. All right, then I'll go to my other case. These are the shop belts I'm selling because once you get the bootlegs, they don't come close anymore. But these are the two. These are the shop versions. What do you
Yeah,
think of the quality of those belts?
I mean shop quality. They're doing better. I'll give them that. They like I just got a couple replica belts. Like my most recent, like I said, the world heavyweight belt you've seen. That's the most recent shop belt I got. I gotten And say I'm not gonna get the new Intercontinental. That's why I repainted mine to look
Right,
like the modern Intercontinental.
right.
Because the only difference is the plates are a little bit thicker.
And then the John Cena legacy with the case.
Yeah, it's just basically a modded version of the U.S. spinner, which I do have the Figs Inc. version of, a true classic
Okay,
Figs Inc. version, not the WWE Shop version. I have fully restoned this one. I'm just waiting for the right time to get it re-leathered because I think it deserves good quality leather on this one.
this is signed by 36 wrestlers. This is the
Wow.
Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
I only know who 28 of the wrestlers are. The other ones are a surprise. I don't know who they are. I can't figure it out.
Well, I
But
assume most of the people that signed it probably competed in the Money in the Bank matches, if not yet won them as well.
right, I mean the Nasty Boys. You could obviously see that.
Oh, so Nasty Boys. That I don't remember them ever in the bank. I know they're from the Attitude Era. I mean, I do like certain things. Like for me, I've met a couple wrestlers. Like I met Mick Foley once. And that's the thing. Is that a
Right.
replica or is that the commemorative version?
What
'Cause I know
the briefcase? This looks
yeah.
like the original one it came out with, the gold one.
No, I know, but is it like a commemorative, like made out of plastic, or is it like
Yeah,
those
it's
replica
plastic.
ones where they're made out of metal?
Oh no, this one's made out of plastic.
Because I know they made metal ones before, but I don't know why they stopped making them.
Probably because people didn't want to buy them because they're more expensive. So this briefcase is signed by Shane McMahon, the Bella Twins, AJ Styles, Alexa Bliss, Matt Hardy, Finn Balor, Becky Lynch, Hideo Itami, Bailey, Nia Jax, Austin Aries, Nasty Boys, Elias, Kane, Rusev, Sheamus, Simon Gotch, Honky Tonk Man, Ron Simmons, Ted DiBiase, Connor, Primo, Alundra Blaze, Sandman, Natalia, and Zack Ryder. There's 36 on here. This is only 28, so the rest of them are a mystery. The kid didn't know. He had pictures, but he doesn't know.
Wow.
So
And hey, like you gotta have an expert to know exactly who they are.
yeah, and I sent it to a few guys. They can't figure it out. So if anybody recognizes these signatures up
Yeah,
at the
let me
top,
know.
these are the ones that we can't figure out.
Yeah, if anyone in the comments know the signatures, let them know. Like
It's
for
right
me,
here.
like when I collect belts, sometimes I prefer belts that, and even though like yeah, I don't like to go the expensive way most times, but even me going out to get people like bootlegs and that. One guy saying, "When will AJ Styles? When will be back?" Well, hard to tell because WWE right now has been saying he's out on an injury, and most people that are injured need time to heal.
Yeah.
Like for me, when I was a big fan of the Hardcore Championship growing up in the Attitude Era,
Mm,
and of course, my first belt I showed on my YouTube channel was a Hardcore belt, and I've redone it a couple times, and my most recent one I had signed by Mick Foley, and I always thought, when am I ever going to get a replica or a real belt of it? And next, you know, I get the real deal right here,
that's a
made by
UFC
Muhammad
V1.
Ali. Yeah, that's a version one.
Yeah, that's decades old.
Yeah, like for me, like the oldest belt I have would have to be that Figs Inc. Uh, U.S. spinner. I mean, because I do have I think that's either a WWE old or Figs Inc. version of the big silver behind me, but that
Right.
one's around from 2008 and that.
Here's my favorite wrestlers. Obviously, he's Bret Hart, but here's all the Hart Foundation.
Yeah, I wish I would have met Bret Hart. I mean, because he was over here many times before, but then it was like to meet him or go to SummerSlam. It was a hard choice.
Ultimate Warrior, Davey Boy Smith.
Ah, yeah. If you had their signature, you know darn well you should never sell those. Because what are the chances you run into them again? Well, now, never.
Right. I'm working on getting Owen Hart's autographs. Should be getting it in a few weeks.
Oh, there's still some Owen Hart stuff signed out there.
Oh yeah, if you got the money you're willing to spend. So
Well, hell, I know it's dropped a good couple hundred, like around almost $100 for Ric Flair's signature on the big gold, and but I never
remember,
got that.
you remember watching that?
WrestleMania. I think that's WrestleMania 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Reyes Ramon, and then one with Bret Hart and
Oh,
Stone Cold.
well, I wasn't born at that time for WrestleMania 10. Like the year I was born was around WrestleMania 12.
Okay.
But I do remember like maybe seeing the segment of that on those ladder match movies and that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I do watch some stuff of WWE, just not a lot from the past, especially if it's past my time.
Now, if you could shout out and see if anybody has a scratch logo Intercontinental Figs 2012, I would like to buy it. That's the belt I cannot find. I cannot get my hands on one.
Oh wait, so let me guess. You're asking for someone that has the Fixig version of this?
No, the scratch logo Intercontinental. Yes.
That's what I said. Wait, or the scratch logo of this one.
Yes. Yes. The scratch logo.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was saying. I, was there a Fixig version of that? I thought there was like a
Oh,
WWE,
yeah.
just WWE shop
2000,
version.
2012. It's the best, one of the best made replicas they ever made, Figs.
Oh, so
Almost
so the
like
WWE scratch logo white Intercontinental, not the old
exactly.
one. All right.
No. It's a
I,
rare belt.
the only one I've seen was was done with one of Stephen Hammer had.
Yeah, he's
And
not going to part ways with that, I'm sure.
well, I mean, I don't even know if he has it. He claimed he has only like 5 belts, and one of them being his scratch logo Big Zinc WWE United States.
I thought he had a lot more than 5 belts.
Well, he's been selling a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching up his channel. He used to have a lot of belts, but he started to sell them as well. I mean, for most, like for me, I'm that collector. It's like once I get a belt, I can't sell it.
Right, right, right.
I mean, after all, the day I probably pass, most of these belts, one or two of these belts will be buried with me if I just decide to get buried.
Yeah.
If not, they'll spread out throughout my family, like a couple to my brother's children or even my children.
Now, how do you clean your belt?
What I do is because I've seen a couple videos on YouTube. I do, even if it's for replicas or from bootleg belts or anything like that, I use glass cleaner, but it has to be a specific glass cleaner. It has to be ammonia free. So
Right.
avoid the Windexes and all those that have that blue color. I'd say if it has like a purplish color, it probably means it's ammonia free in that. You always read the labels if it's ammonia free because it's a less chance for it to ruin the plating of your belt, and you use a microfiber cloth.
You could
Now,
also use this.
yeah, like glass cleaner, but like for most people that can't afford like those big stuff, simple fact, if you have a microfiber cloth in your house and that, by all means use that.
Yeah,
And as well to remove grime in that, you use the glass cleaner with ammonia free,
exactly.
and that usually will hold its shine. Like, and many times I would do that like a couple times, like a month or even a week for my belts that hang out because of the dust in that. But
You have any
yeah,
other belts you want to show off today?
well,
What's the
one of the
belt you put the most money into? Your most
belt I put the most,
expensive belt.
well, if it's the most expensive belt, it's got to be this bad boy right here.
Oh
My
yeah.
my
Oh, that's
network
got a
logo.
curve on it.
Oh yeah, I actually put the curve in myself.
How do you do that?
Well, like I said, for some people in like my recent videos, oh, hold on, let's see what it says. Who is the 2000 superstar of the year in your opinion? From Iran, 2000 or 2024? Because if it's 2024, I may want to say it has to be either Roman or maybe Punk. I'm just saying. Or no, like Cody Rhodes. It'd be Cody Rhodes.
Who's the
But
2000 superstar of the year? Hmm.
yeah, that's what I mean, he says 2000, but I think he may mean 2024. But like for me, when these plates, like most people say with new WWE replicas, they're casted, so they have brittle material in them, and it could
Right.
cause belts to crack. I just because I was afraid of risk of cracking my belts as well, but I just literally just lay the belt over the edge of my bathtub
Uh,
and start applying pressure down on it.
oh, that's crazy.
Because I've seen videos of it, people did it on like the arms of their couches and that. For me, I did it just on the bathtub because it was
And it
sturdy
doesn't
enough.
crack the plating?
Well, if you don't put too much pressure on it and just slowly do it, it will eventually bend it. But if you do it too hard in that, it will crack and it will eventually break. But if
He
you do it,
does mean the year 2000. I would say Stone Cold Steve Austin was huge in 2000, wasn't he?
yeah, I would say 2000 because Undertaker wasn't around at that time with 2000, most of it.
No. Yeah.
So it
Stone
has
Cold
to
and
be
The
the
Rock
time.
were the
I
top.
would say your Stone Cold. It's top three, probably Stone Cold, Rock, or even Triple H.
I think Stone
Triple H
Cold had everybody back then.
yeah, but
He had his
yeah,
own
like
belt ring.
yeah, like for me when I curved because this ain't the only belt I curved. I curved also the red and blue Universal titles because it's the exact same concept. But since they're both the exact same design.
Now,
Well, luckily
where do you
enough,
have the rest of your belts displayed? I don't see all the rest of them.
well, right? There's some most in that display case right there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like most times I run out of space on the wall. I had this display case for a while and always had to change it up a bit every time I get a new belt.
Which US belt do you have? I think I want to get the 5 plate WCW. Which one do you
Yeah,
have
I
back?
do have the 5 plate WCW. I got that one from a guy from Pakistan as well. Rana Bhutta is his name. So shout out to
Oh,
Rana Bhutta for that one. And I'd say that one was probably the best quality belt as well, besides this WCW tag, because he's got great leather. Hassan
mhm,
belt's got nice soft floppy leather, and they're both around maybe 200 some bucks. I
right.
mean, and that's why I say for people, it's like people want to drop big bucks for like like you said for classic shields and that. And yes, if you want a real belt, yeah, you
Mhm,
go to them. But most people like me and other people like even Steven Hammer and them, they can't
right.
afford to drop 1,700 bucks or even around even near 1,000 bucks for belts.
Yeah.
So most of us will go the cheap way, but even though it may be cheaper, but at least it's still a best quality belt. Even it
Right.
looks almost like the ones you see on TV. Hell,
Well,
I
I'm not
still
trying to get as many as you. That's the difference too. I'm trying to only get a good 10 or 12 belts so I could spend a little more. Now, if I was trying to get 30 belts, I'd never be able to do it.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised I even made it this far with many of these belts. In fact, this belt that here is probably the most is my first belt. That's why I
Right.
put a lot into this one. I restoned it myself with Swarovski crystals. Got the custom side disc for it, the Fandu sidebars. I got the main plate, uh, like backing part of it to the main plate, so it adds a little extra height in that. And I got it on real leather from Rock Leather Designs and on a Velcro strap.
Wow. What do you think of the Velcro?
To me, most people, I mean, I get it because most wrestlers may not be able to fit a belt. And sometimes it's hard to put the snaps on. Like for some people that are not skilled. Like for me, I'm skilled enough to at least put on a belt and snap in the snaps, while others literally have to put the snaps in front of them and then turn the belt around, like they say most wrestlers do. The, and some people, their body's just shaped in a way they can't wear a belt.
Right.
That's why even with the biggest amount of like the furthest snap setting they could do, it's still like they have one little bounce and they snap right off.
Mhm.
And for me, I think the Velcro just makes it feel odd, especially if people remember collecting the toy belts. Like
Right.
I have
Right.
all the collection toy belts I remember having. They always had the Velcro. But the
Now,
thing is,
do you think you know how there's different intercontinentals in the 90s and 80s, right? The
oh yeah,
red
the
the
strapped
red
one,
inter, the red intercontinental that Macho Man held, and say the other
the red
one Mr.
logo.
Perfect held. Do they not look different sizes to you? We were
Well,
debating this. The one looks longer and one looks taller. The plate itself, the middle plate,
oh, you talk about when they went from the red logo
to the
to
classic.
to the Reggie's regular logo, where it wasn't. It was instead of the red logo being etched into it, it's a gold logo etched out.
But look at the plate itself. Doesn't the red logo one look longer? Not as, because me and my wife were debating this and we decided
No,
that it's
because
smaller.
okay, that's the thing. I heard about the story about that from Hazard. If you look up like other YouTube channels, like one named Hazard at 5, he
Mm,
too talked about this. The actual original Brasso version, they say now, the side plates are actually exact same size and they are smaller compared to the newer versions.
right. I know that. What about the main plate?
The main plate, I think, was
It looks
kind of,
longer.
I think it was shorter in width but taller in height. Or maybe it was the exact same size. It's just that the curve on it always varies because some of them have big curves, some have small curves.
Right.
Because
It
that's what I
just
said.
seems like the plate isn't as tall.
The plate maybe not as tall because then again, This was back in time for people like Macho Man and Ricky Dragon Steamboat wearing them. And if it was a
Right.
bigger plate, it'll look odd to them. Maybe
Yeah,
it
it
was.
looked a lot bigger with the Ultimate Warrior and with Mr. Perfect. The plate did look a lot bigger. Maybe
All
by
right.
an inch or half an inch, but it made a difference.
Well, okay, let's see what it says here. I asked chat 2000 to 2024. She told me 2000 Rock, 2001 was Austin, 2002 Triple H, 2003 Brock Lesnar, 2004 Banya, who the hell is that? 2005 Cena, who won 3 years in a row from 5 to 7. 8 was Edge, 9 was Randy, and 10 was Cena again. CM Punk was 11 and 12, and 13 was Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I remember those Superstar of the Years for the Slammys. In fact, I have a Slammy,
Hmm.
but it's hard to keep track of everything because hey, you're talking about nearly almost 28 years I know about WWE throughout my life. And I remember watching him back when Undertaker was the Big Evil Undertaker. But I
Oh yeah.
still watch some old videotapes of like WrestleMania 15 and that. So yeah, it's kind of hard to remember everything about WWE stuff, even from that back then. But like I said, like for me, the Intercontinental title, I'd say the red logo version, maybe it was smaller
I
than
think
the
it, do your
than the other
research
version.
later and message me and tell me looking at pictures if it doesn't look
Well, because
skinnier. It just looks
well
skin.
back
Actually,
then,
I'll show you my two belts and you tell me if you see a difference. That's when we started debating it because I
well
have
then
both.
the only big debate of that is the only way to answer the true question about that is actually the WWE go to the warehouse and actually have a actual ring used block logo Intercontinental and the Brasso belt, which I think a private collector owns. I think
Yeah.
Belt and Dan has the actual one.
I have
And
pictures of the actual original belt because the guy I bought my red logo one from had
yeah,
it made especially from the pictures from the original belt his friend owns. So the
because
tooling on the leather is accurate, the spacing of the plates are accurate.
I hear a lot of people as well about the red logo version. It didn't have much tooling other than a beveled edge, no tooling in the snap boxes. It didn't even have a gold tip.
Oh, no, it did have tooling in the snap boxes at some point in time. I got the pictures of Macho Man holding them.
I think they did it like near the end of its
Yeah,
run.
just a little
But the
square
earlier
box.
version, WrestleMania 3s, it didn't have the tooling. It didn't even have
Yeah,
a gold tooth until they got rid of the red logo and came out with the classic Reggie IC.
right. But at some point they must have tooled it in a little area in a box on each side. It did not have the gold tip though.
But the worst part is, why would you be working on a belt that's already been messed up with the brasso and that?
Yeah,
They're trying to make it look brand new, even though it looks like shit.
right. Do you have any new
At that
belts
point,
coming?
I mean, there's two. They say, I mean, as much as I enjoy watching about hearing about Macho Man, like, oh yeah, he was not good at keeping his belts on like in pristine condition.
No. He was
I
an
mean,
odd character.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't know much about Randy Savage as a kid, but and then I start to understand more about him. Like the only time I knew about him was him playing Bonesaw from the Spider-Man movie. Like, hey, freak soul, you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like that was during the time of WCW when he was the WCW Macho Man. Because that was 2002. So yeah, around the
It was
time when.
I'm gonna be
But
heading out. We're going shopping. But it was
uh,
good joining you this time. We'll have to do this again. Come up with some
yeah,
different
no
topics.
problem. Well, I'm off till this. Like I said, I'm off till like the second, and then occasionally I'll try to do this every Sunday or so if I'm free from work.
Yeah,
But
send
nice.
me a link and we'll hook up again.
Yeah, no problem. So if you guys, I'm saying, guys, that's my buddy Jonathan right there. He's you guys seen he's got quite a collection himself. I mean, and two, he does have a great collection. I'll give him that because he actually has like great. I mean, he goes to the big guys like Hassan does, uh, classic shields, and you guys want a belt collection like his? checked out those guys, Classic Shields. They do
One.
great quality belts. And as well, maybe you may have to fork a couple bucks. But hey, if you want a great quality belt that makes the replicas look like just kids' toys, go
Mm-hmm.
to them. Because A, they give the best quality leather, best quality plating, and two, if it requires stones, they're not going to give you that stock shit that WWE does with plastic and that.
Right. We'll keep in touch.
Yep. See you later, man.
All right, man. Take care, guys.
Okay. All right. So, guys, that was Jonathan. And yeah, hold on one second. Wow, I've been going on for almost 40 minutes. That's something. All right, hold on. All right, okay. I ran 2014 Brock Lesnar, 2015 Saf, 2016 AJ, 2017 AJ, 2018 Daniel, 19 Becky, 2020 Drew, 2021 to 2024 Roman. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, guys, that was Jonathan there, and we've been going on for about 40 minutes. I'm still holding on to see if we get anyone else. Surprised Dex and them didn't get on, but anyway, where's your musician friend? I'm not quite sure. I think he was doing a live stream as well, so he couldn't cut that video doing it. So, but if he does jump on, we'll at least have a little chat there. I've been going on for about 42 minutes right now, and yet I know eventually around when I hit the hour mark, I'm gonna cut the video here so I can at least go and watch the video, watch the football game. Go Lions. But yeah, that was Jonathan. He taught we trap as well. I gotta say, guys, for people that collect wrestling belts like me and Jonathan and Stephen Hammer, shout out to him. The belt community is always a friendly thing. We get people suggestions of what belts to get, who to get them from, and how much they cost. Because hey, we prefer to get the right type of people. Like for me, many times I do take. I like to say I'm a risk taker, and I like to take risks from certain people because I never hear about the people that make the belts that you see on my wall. But yet, I always offer to give them a chance. And when I do give them a chance, and if they give great quality work, I always give them the shout out. I always hit them back up when I want another belt. And in the end, it always does well. Like again, like I say about Hassan, definitely will be hitting him up more than ever. After all, in fact, I think he may be the first person that I'm talked to besides maybe Rana Buta when I hit him up again. Because there's other people. I'll probably get more than just. I'll probably get a third belt from Hassan because I know it's already going to be down the line there. But guys, I'm close to having 40 belts, and as well, be running out of space here soon. I may end up needing another room or start storing these things in my closet. But yeah, uh, hmm. maybe I'll go for the 50-minute mark and then probably cut the video short. Yeah, guys. I mean, you guys seen we had a special guest here and chat a bit and all that. What is the match of the year? Of this year? Well, if it would be anything, I think it had to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, Night 2, for the undisputed title. That one was definitely the match of the year, especially when Cody Rhodes wanted to end his story. Or should I say, finish the story? I forget what he said. I agree. Yep. So I gotta say, match of the year definitely belongs to Cody and Roman. Now, yeah, guys, I was hoping to expect Stephen Hammer on here, but then again, he did have a live stream yesterday with another group of people called the Drop. I think it was called the Double Drop Kick live stream or whatever it was, where they were selling stuff there as well. So if he didn't, I know, guys, I keep sending him links, but I know eventually he may join and we could have a chat or two. But as of right now, at least we're able to get one person on here and hopefully it helps out this you guys from just having me stand around doing almost absolutely nothing than just talking to myself here on the camera. But yeah, so been going on about another four. So now about 4 more minutes before I end the video. If, for people that have been watching, thanks for joining and thanks for staying on and thanks for liking this video. And yeah, what is the rivalry of the year? Roman versus Cody or CM versus Drew? Ooh, that's a harsh one. Because as well, there was more bigger rivalries within that year. Because you forget about Kevin Owens and Roman, or Kevin Owens in the Bloodline, and then Sammy with the Bloodline, or the Jay Uso with the Bloodline, or Roman. Because there was big moments there for 2024 as well. It wasn't just Cody. Because as well, there was Cody and Seth. They had that rivalry as well. So, but if it's between CM Punk and Drew with Roman and Cody, then yeah, CM Punk and Drew had hanged on a bit longer than. Well, no. It was Roman and Cody. Roman and Cody's theirs have been running for 2 years, and but thing is, there was only like two of the matches. The one for WrestleMania 40 night one didn't count. Yeah, I would agree, Cody and Roman. After all, their rivalry had been going on for 2 years since 39 and WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40. Hold on, guys. All right. What is the time in your area? Well, it's almost 1 o'clock right now, which means why I want to end this before then because I want to at least get ready to set up for the game and that. But yeah. So within the 2 minute warning right now, guys. So if I don't get anything from I am Dex or even Stephen Hammer by then, I'm just gonna probably end the video. So or end the stream. But good to know at least put in some live streams. And I want to try to do some live streaming around Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day for you people that watch. I know it's a little bit here and there that gets stuff going. And as well, if you guys are new, don't just check out my channel. Check out my channel. Check out the like I think now around 400 some videos. What I do, and if you guys see in the background, it's mostly about wrestling belts and mostly about wrestling. Who is your favorite artist? Artist, what do you mean by like that? Like music wise or like actual art or something like that? Because it's not really specific. Because when you talk about music, like that's a harsh one between either like for me, like I listen to Eminem, I listen to Kid Rock, I listen like to Nickelback, Kiss, and like those type of artists, yeah. But like if you're talking about like paint and drawing, that's a bit of a harsh one because I don't know that many artists or so. But anyway, yeah, it's around near the end of time. So I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it and share it. And if, also check out my channel, like videos there, share videos there. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thank you guys. I'm getting close to 600, about 20 some away before I get to 600 subscribers. And when I do, I want to do something special for the 600 subscriber like celebration. So anyway, also check out my buddies like Steven Hammer. Also, shout out to him. Anyway, also follow me on my social media, like on X at DM Tombstone 96, and as well on Instagram at Damien 96, where I usually may post videos or pictures there before I post stuff here on YouTube. This is DM Tombstone Belts, and see you next time on DMT Live.